The president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The supervisor is Julio Time. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside, all from the state of New York: John McKay, Ron McNair, and Tom Schreck. And at the sound of the bell, your 3rd person in the ring from Connecticut, referee Danny Schiavone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBC Silver, the vacant WBA Continental Americas, and the WBC and WBA Super Middleweight World Title Eliminator. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black with the gold trim. She scaled 167.4 pounds. Her professional record, 8 victories, 1 defeat. She has 4 wins coming by way of knockout. She fights out of Västerås, Sweden. Please welcome the former WBA and IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Elin Cederroos. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. She wears the black with the orange trim. She scaled 167.2 pounds. Her professional record, a perfect one. 11 fights, 11 victories, 10 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning, defending, and undefeated WBC Silver Super Middleweight Champion from Paterson, New Jersey. Please welcome the Sweet Terminator, Shadasia Green.
Ladies, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Keep the bout clean. Touch them up. Go back to your corners. Good luck.
Elin Cederroos getting ready to go. After losing both her titles back in April, she is ready to go and get back on the path to undisputed. She wants a second crack at Serrano-Cruz dessert. She said earlier this week she couldn't get out of her own head during that match. The adrenaline took over. She was fighting the whole way through, not boxing. As we get ready to go, Cederroos in the black and gold trunks, and Shadasia Green out of Paterson, New Jersey, some 20 miles away from New York City in the black and orange.
I've heard a lot of good things about Shadasia Green. Her ability, her power. I've seen Cederroos fight live. She's big and strong. She comes to fight. She's very durable. This is a big test for Green.
There's only a 2-inch difference in height between Cederroos and Green. Cederroos, the taller fighter, but she just has the ability with the wide shoulders as Green lands a jab. A big athletic frame. She really hulks over her opponents.
Yeah, you said it's only 2 inches. It looks way more than that. So Cederroos she's big for the weight class. She carries the weight really well. She's physically strong. This is an interesting matchup.
Green with the undefeated record, 11-0, 10 knockouts. Said the double left is where most of the power lies. But right now, it's Elin Cederroos in the opening round throwing the hands.
Yeah, I mean, Cederroos is controlling the pace. She's in the center of the ring. She's keeping Green on, fighting off her back foot. Speed differential is definitely an advantage of Green. You saw her, she flashed that quick left hook and some of those snappy jabs. But Cederroos is putting a lot of pressure.
Cederroos not afraid to stand in front of any opponent. She did so against Cruz Dezern in that unanimous decision defeat on April 30th. And Cederroos meaning business here in round number 1. See the corner of Shadasia Green, her trainer Barry Porter. Elin Cederroos, 38 years of age, getting helped up out of the stool by Alex Wennerston, her head trainer, as we get going for round number 2. Cederroos looking to put herself back in position for another shot at Undisputed. Sharp jabs upstairs and downstairs from Green to open up round 2. This one's scheduled for 10.
Good right hand there from Cederroos. Timed that perfectly. Green took that well. That landed right on the chin.
Step back, that means.
Cederroos getting instruction from the referee, Danny Schiavone. Looping left hook from Cederroos. And now Green trying to come alive here with some action. Counter right hand. She may have stumbled Cederroos. Elin Cederroos. Looks like she recovered okay.
I was just about to say, Cederroos is really fighting heavy over that front foot. Her balance is all over the place, being really aggressive. I was waiting for a counter from Green. Yeah, look at her feet. Cederroos is all over the ring. Still being effective, but not making it pretty. Ooh, good body shot there from Green.
The right hand for Shadasia Green.
You can see Shadasia, she's fighting off that back foot. She's looking for the counter. She's holding onto that right hand, waiting for the right time to let it go.
Green looking like the more calculative fighter over the first round and change here against Cederroos.
The Sweet Terminator. That's a new one. I've never heard that nickname before.
She's soft-spoken, speaks with a smile. Grew up in Paterson, New Jersey, but she really had a circuitous route to the Garden. Again, it's only 20 miles east of her hometown. Throughout much of her pro career, though, she's had a fight in Mexico and Colombia. She a better round out of Green, highlighted by that right hand.
Visit CrownRx.org to learn more about experienced medical coverage for your large capacity events. CrownRx, keep your family on the handful. And before you're next.
Here, that's what I mean by Green fighting off that back foot, waiting to unleash that right hand. She did it there perfectly. First round, she was waiting too long, wasn't able to get it off. I actually gave the first round to Cederroos, but that second round, she found her timing, was able to pull the trigger and land those shots that mattered.
Cederroos fell to Serrano-Cruz DAZN on the scorecards back on April 30th. 2 judges scored at 99-91, another 97-93. She tried to stand toe-to-toe with DAZN in that fight, right in front of her opponent. With DAZN coming forward, and as we begin round number 3, saw Green come forward in round number 2.
Yeah, Green, she's not a mover. You know, she's going to stand in there, but she's going to fight more off that back foot, lean on that back shoulder. She's going to shoulder roll. She's going to peekaboo. But she's looking to counter. She wants to land her own leather.
Green looking for her biggest win to date against the former champ.
Good jabs there from Green.
Trying to tag the right hand behind those jabs.
The thing about Cederroos, you know, she's big for the weight class. She's physically strong. But she has a high output. Her conditioning is actually very good, and she can do this all night long.
Cederroos, world-class athlete. Before,
big shot. That hurt her.
Cederroos trying to retreat back to the center. Green, maybe touching blood in the water, and a thunderous right hand by Shadasia Green. Well, the power is real.
Yep. 2 big hard shots. That second one was beautiful. Got her head offline. Crashing to the side of the head of Cederroos.
Roughly 35 seconds to play with for Shadasia Green here in round 3.
Yeah, Cederroos still looks like she's on shaky legs.
Green taking her time. The mark of a smart fighter here.
Yeah, I mean, she's a true counterpuncher by nature. So you can see that she's going to have to kind of sit back and wait to counter again.
Right hand to the body by Cederroos.
Cederroos still throwing hard shots, though.
Shadasia Green putting Cederroos, the former champ, down in round 3.
First knockdown of the night comes from the ladies. Here's that first right hand, started off the trouble, and then that big overhand shot. Dips her head off the line, throws the overhand right, goes right over the jab of Cederroos, puts her down for an 8 count. Cederroos got up on shaky legs, but it seemed like she recovered pretty quick, was still throwing some heavy hands at the end of the round.
Green in her corner. Her head trainer, Arad Gist, Barry Porter as well. Porter's son, the former world champion Kendall Holt, also a Patterson product.
Kendall Holt, great champion. Speaking of great counterpuncher, Kendall Holt, oof, he could punch with both hands.
There is rich boxing tradition in Patterson, New Jersey, with Green trying to become the first female champion out of the Silk City. Double jabs from Green to open up the action in round 4.
I like what I'm seeing from Green. You know, her ability to move, fight out that back foot. She obviously has power in that right hand. And she believes in it, too.
Another right hand snaps Cederroos' head back a little bit. Well, Green is getting what she wants. There's not going to be any chasing with Cederroos. You're going to have her in the pocket. It's a matter of how you execute after that.
Yeah, I mean, Cederroos' style is more mauling. She gets all over you. She throws a lot of punches. She's physically strong. She's big for the weight class. If Green can do enough damage while she's coming in and not take too much of this rough stuff in the inside, she's going to be in good position.
Cederroos throwing some combos together. And a left hand landing from Elin.
But I will say, if this fight goes rounds and Green is not able to do damage like he was in that last round, this is going to be a tough fight.
That's where you're going to have to question whether or not she has the conditioning. We're going to find that out over 10 rounds.
A lot of times punchers don't have the same kind of conditioning as other fighters. They load up, they get tired quicker. We got to see how this fight is going to play out.
Green looking comfortable with her movement. Moving along the ropes. Cederroos continuing to charge forward. Cederroos smothering her punches, then coming away with a combo.
It's been a good comeback round for Cederroos after getting dropped in the last round.
Solid recovery round. We're through 4 in this 10-round title eliminator. Going to take another look at the knockdown from Shadasia Green earlier in this fight.
Yeah, she lands a right hand on the ear first, which had Cederroos a little bit in trouble, and then she dipped her head offline, followed up with that overhand right, landed perfectly on the side of the head, and put Cederroos down. Even in the corner, you see Cederroos turning her neck as if she got a little stinger in that neck from that shot, which does happen.
Round number 5 about to begin. Elin Cederroos trying to bounce back from her first pro loss and pick up another fight date with Serrano-Cruz de Zern. Punches in her right hand against Green in the opening seconds here in the 5th.
I'd like to see either one of these ladies against Francois.
That could likely be next for the winner here tonight. Serrano-Cruz de Zern in attendance watching this one.
I'm sure she's dressed to the 9, looking fly, as usual. Oh, good little dig to the body there from Green.
This left hook from Cederroos.
See,
Green
this
in
is
the corner.
This is what I was talking about. As this fight goes on and the pressure from Cederroos builds up, we could have a different second half of this fight. Oh, good body work there.
Right hand connects from Cederroos.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like Green does not like the pressure. Oh, good shots. Oh, hurt wobbled her again.
Counter left from Green, making an impact. Oh, and another right hand. They smother at the center.
I spoke too soon. Green was just loading up, waiting for that power shot. She landed a good left hook and a right hand. Both seem to affect Cederroos.
Cederroos continuing the work. And a right counter from Green. Perhaps the timing has been met by the Sweet Terminator.
Good adjustment from Green in this round to stick to the body, get back to the jab a little bit. Just such a difference in the power.
That could be what separates these two when we're all said and done. Left hook by Green lands again. And a right hand before the bell.
Cederroos touches and Green bangs. Very different power.
Quality response from Shadasia Green. That round a little difficult to judge, but Green perhaps coming away with the upper hand.
Yeah, I gave that round to Green. I've got her up 48-46. Still a close fight. She has that knockdown in round number 3, giving her the edge. You know, we're only halfway through. There's still a long way to go in this fight.
There you see Rashad Mahdi, another New York native. We were originally scheduled to fight on this card, though he had to pull out due to an injury sustained during its training camp. Well, we will hopefully see the Albania Bear back in action shortly here as we start off our 2023 action on Matchroom Boxing. Along with Chris Algieri, I'm Justin Shackle. Start of round 6, scheduled for 10 in the WBC title eliminator between Elin Cederroos and Shadasia Green. Cederroos, the former IBF and WBA super middleweight champ, coming off her first pro defeat to Serrano-Cruz Dezern. Looking for a rematch. Green, meanwhile, trying to go for a 9th straight stoppage win. Right now, lefts and rights coming from all angles by Elin Cederroos.
Next time it's a quarter. Next time it's a quarter.
Cederroos getting a stern warning there for using the elbow on the inside. Oh, good body work there from Green.
Green going downstairs. Trying to land the overhand right. Solid connection with the right hand first to the body, then to the head. Overhand right, sending Cederroos back to the corner.
Cederroos in a lot of trouble here.
An uppercut from Green.
Green is keeping her punches really well.
Cederroos able to angle out, but on the way, met with a left hook. That's going to do it. The power, too much to overcome by the former champ, Shadasia Green, with her 9th straight stoppage victory here at the Garden.
You said it earlier, Justin, the power is real. That was an impressive stoppage against a very good fighter.
Shadasia Green take a bow.
Yeah, I believe it was a right hand that started the trouble there. So that overhand right has been a consistent weapon, and then a nice short straight one, then right back to the overhands, picking her punches so well, perfectly timed, pulling away with the right hand and the left hook. Stoppage arguably a little early, but you know, with the way that Green was landing, and obviously she has the power, wasn't a whole lot of complaints coming from the Cederroos corner, but still very impressive stoppage win for Green.
Shadasia Green was in attendance on April 30th here at the Garden in the big room. She watched Serrano-Cruz Dezern fight Elin Cederroos. She enjoyed Amanda Serrano against Katie Taylor, and she manifested that she would be back in this building. Green and her team saw the vision that night. Here they are now. And Shadasia Green has positioned herself for a potential title clash with Serrano-Cruz via a TKO 6.
Hey,
we are ready to go.
Sign me up for that. I want to see it.
To make it official, David Diamante, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Danny Schiavone calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 8 seconds of round number 6. Your winner by TKO. She's still the WBC silver. She's now the WBA Continental Americas and the winner of the WBA and WBC World Title Eliminator. Still undefeated, the Sweet Terminator, Shadasia